First day, done. First 100, not too bad. And then second 100, a slog. Get like 3-4 reps in, and it's terrible. So I'm doing a challenge during lockdown of 200 up downs in a window of 20 minutes. So every day of lockdown, I've got to do this challenge. It's to raise awareness and funds for Bowel Cancer UK. Sadly, I lost my father at the beginning of March to bowel cancer. He was 64 years old. He only found out he had bowel cancer with the 60-year-old screening. So when you're 60, you get something through the post that you send off a free screening test. And basically he found out that he'd been living with bowel cancer without any symptoms, without knowing, for probably about 15 years. He had operations and treatments, and sadly it just kept coming back, and it finally landed in his liver, and he passed away with liver failure at the beginning of March. So when I was actually at Quins, I missed an odd game because obviously Dad wasn't very well. So went back and saw him and spent some time with the family, which was obviously a horrible time. But during this period, Bowel Cancer Awareness Month was actually April, and with lockdown going on, obviously it took a lot of publicity away from what they're trying to do. So they've actually pushed the screening age back to 50 years old, which actually, if that had been the case for my dad, he probably would have survived and got treated a lot earlier. So that's an amazing thing. It's still going through government and still needs to be implemented, but it's been passed, so that's great. But I wanted to do something in this period that would raise a load of awareness for the second biggest cancer killer. The first week was awful. Awful. Like, my lower back was in a world of pain. I have like the weakest chest anyone's ever had. So my bench press is like embarrassing. So actually pushing my body up off the floor is an issue in itself. And then I have stiff knees. So trying to pop into a little squat is an issue. So the actual movement wasn't the neatest the first week. I was sleeping with like pillows under my knees in an evening because I had backache. But amazingly, after that first week, everything sort of strengthened up, and now I can sort of get up and down pretty quick. I'm into a routine with it. And it's definitely got easier as we've gone along. But also with that has come people doing quicker times and people challenging. So people do one-offs, and every day I've had someone on Zoom helping pretty much. And they're like, right, we're going for it today. We're going to PB. And I can't PB every day, people. I'm in a world of pain here. So that's been the downside of it. But I've definitely got better. I've done a better PB than I thought I would. At the beginning, I was hoping to get around 15 minutes, and I've done just over 14 minutes. So that's really good. And as I said, at the moment, I've got 135 people who have done it with me, and then a bunch of them have come on several times. So James Chisholm did the last out of 5 days, he did 4 of them with me. So he's been getting involved as well. So it's amazing how the rugby community have really got behind it. And as I said, it's a pretty tough challenge. So people want to time themselves and see if they can beat friends' scores and give it a go. And it's 15, 20 minutes work and you get a real blow on. The best I've seen is Luke Wallace. So he's got into a bit of a challenge trying to beat everyone. So someone had beat his time. He did like 12 minutes and someone did 11 minutes 30, which was actually Batchelor, our sports scientist at Quins. And then Luke came on to me and he was like, mate, I'm saving up my energy the next few days and I'm going to beat Batch. And he came on, he did 10 minutes 30, which is insane for 200 up downs. So he was actually on the group when we did it all together, and he just went, and you saw him when we were resting on the rolling minutes and getting 15 reps in, he's just going up and down consistently, and it just looks awful. I'm doing it until I'm called back into rugby. So at the moment I'm on 23 or 24 days, which is it feels like quite a long time. So I'm not sure which one's better, up downs or pre-season. So we'll see. So I actually had a target of £500 within the first 24 hours. It got to about £1,000 with loads of friends donating and people. And now it's gone up to about £3,500, which is just nuts for an up down challenge for the last sort of 20 odd days. So it's incredible. It's on my bio in Facebook or Instagram, and I'm sure you guys can tag it. But any donations are hugely appreciated, no matter how much. As Mark Lambert said, if he can do it, then I reckon a lot of you can do it. So get involved, give it a go, tag some friends to try it as well, and it's 220. So